Juicy fans, welcome to Juicy Highlights, and I'm your host, Stephanie Gergeres, and thank you for tuning into this show tonight. Tonight we have a very special guest by the name of Russell Taylor, and Russell stopped by to talk to us about his latest single that he just released, as well as his new album, his record label, and his tour dates. So don't turn that dial, and Juicy Highlights starts now.
I'm a singer. I'm an artist, actually. I'm an artist and performer first. I am a man of color, very much, and my goal in life is to create art to help other people find their way through life. So I'm an artist and performer.
When did you know that you wanted to get into this business with singing?
When I was a kid, I knew that there was something that I had that people paid attention to. When I was in elementary school, middle school, I used to get in trouble a lot, so it wasn't the easiest thing to have. I was always sent to the office. I was always in trouble. But it wasn't until that I got to college, undergrad, that I realized that I could actually do something with the gift of people paying attention, aside from getting in trouble. And it was in college that I realized that I really wanted to pursue performing. And then my first foray was actually in acting. And then it morphed into music.
But how did you get into songwriting? Because I know you're a songwriter as well.
First it was poetry. So, little artsy flair for the dramatic young boy. The first thing you do is you start writing poems. That's what I did. I wrote poems about the things that I saw and how I felt about stuff. And these poems started to turn into songs, playing on the piano. My grandfather was a miracle of a guitar player. There are pictures of us when I was sitting on his lap, playing, when I was like 3 years old, playing the guitar. So these things would float through my head as I wrote poetry. So I started really, really young.
Tell us about your musical journey. So going from college to realizing that this is what you want to get into with singing and songwriting, to basically owning your own record label and being your own artist underneath that. So where did you decide to take those steps to get to where you are today?
Well, it hasn't been easy because, we are conditioned a lot in life to follow some very specific blueprint for the masses to, you go to school, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, buy houses, cars, and so forth. When I was in college, that's when the first spark hit where I was like, maybe I could do this. And then my journey started in St. Louis. I recorded my first demo in St. Louis and wrote and recorded my first demo. And then from St. Louis, I went to Los Angeles, worked with a couple of different artists. And then I came to New York because, what first brought me to New York was I auditioned for a play called Rent on Broadway. And I had 13 callbacks, and I came to New York for that. And then I applied for graduate school, and it was a music business and new media. And in that grad school at NYU, I met a producer named Needles, who has gone on to win many Grammys, and we've been writing partners, and particularly for my projects. So then it started, like all the ups and downs, it started to become a viable moment for me. production deal offer, like production and development with Universal when I first started. And so that it rolled on from there. I could talk forever for all the ups and downs, but it rolled on from there. And then after offers and realizing that, you know, there was my idea of where I wanted to be, and then the world's idea or other people's idea of where they saw me. That's when I realized, okay, I got to do my own label. And what does that mean? You know, I'll put out my own record. You know, what does that mean? And so the next part of the journey, I met Eric Roberson, who is a very well-known independent artist. And Eric kind of gave me a blueprint of how to do it on my own. I had no idea.
So he was basically like your mentor.
Oh, he still is a mentor to me. And he got me started, and I had no idea what it was going to take, and it's pretty good that I didn't, because I probably would have been too afraid. But on my first record, Somewhere in Between, I got to travel the world. My record was in all countries, Japan, Australia, throughout Europe. And then once I realized that I could do it, then it just went from there.
Okay. So obviously you were on your grind for a long time to where you are now. And then to see your singles on VH1 being voted on VH1 for You Oughta Know by your very own fans and many others. So what was that feeling like?
It was a tremendous feeling. Sometimes you work, like if you're an artist and you work just for praise and adoration, like you'll be lost every other week, you know? And, but it is nice to get some recognition. So I had done all of this work, particularly of this third album. I took some time off. I got to travel, experience, meet a lot of different people, different food, different places, all types of stuff. And then I got to work on this third album. And the first single, War of Hearts, was what was done, like what was, how can I explain? It was the first time in my present life that I was able to express exactly, like it sounded exactly like I heard it in my head. I said exactly what I wanted to say on the song. So when people started to take to it, it was a great confirmation for me. And then with the music video, you know, again, we're conditioned to do this blueprint, like to go after making it so big and, you know, bells and whistles and stuff. And working with a wonderful director in Los Angeles, we co-directed War of Hearts, the video. And my mission was to not compete with a major label and major budget. My mission was just to tell the truth on the song.
So tell us a little bit more about your album and the songs that are actually being basically posted on different shows that we watch on a daily basis.
First, the album War of Hearts is out, and it's on sale on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon. Hope is one of the records. We have a new placement coming up for a new show called Swab Stories on VH1, where people are looking for their long lost parents or sisters, family members, or so.
Doing DNA tests and things like that. Yeah.
So I haven't seen any of the episodes yet, but I would imagine some of it's going to be a little crazy. But Hope is one of my songs that they're using for as sync as part of it. So I'm looking forward to that.
Are they asking you permission beforehand, or are they just telling you, hey, we're going to use these songs for these particular shows, especially with the fact that you are an independent label? How does that work?
Oh, no. There's a business and process to it. They have to ask permission, and there's a whole business in what is called sync licensing. So, yeah.
But for the people who don't know, how does that work?
Well, first you make a good record. And you put it out there for people to hear. And music supervisors, which are the people that pick the songs for all television shows and movies, if you put it out there, you fully exploit it, put it everywhere. These music supervisors, when they're trolling the internet and so forth, they'll come across the song. And then it goes from there. If they like it, if it fits the scene that they're trying to fill, then they'll reach out to you. And as a side note, music supervisors tend to like to work with independent artists more because it's less red tape. So don't be discouraged. Like an independent artist should not be discouraged, because there are opportunities that are tailored for us out there. Something that hit me last night, I went to the HBO premiere of Bessie. Okay. And without giving away anything in the movie, there was a part of the movie where one kind of mentor artist was telling another artist that was coming up, walk to the edge of the stage, like keep going. And the mentored artist was like, the mentee, excuse me, was like, oh, it's too far. I feel like I'm gonna fall, my feet are hanging off. And the mentor said, that's exactly how you should feel every time when you get on stage. If you are not afraid of falling, and if you're not afraid, if you're not taking a chance, then you're not doing it right.
That is very powerful, because a lot of people don't actually live their lives like that. They live in fear all the time. So, wow, that is a very good advice. So how did you take that in?
Oh man, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go. I got tour coming. Let's go. I'm ready.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Russell. From the time that I met him, from the beginning of our interview, Russell was just so humble. So you guys, make sure to follow him on his Facebook page, Instagram page for all his upcoming tour dates. Now, Russell, at the end of the interview, gave me an exclusive to air his new video, Electric. So check it out.
The world is moving fast, trying to keep up. Can't catch my breath, I can't catch my breath. The space in between what you do and what I need, it drives me wild, it drives me wild. Can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now, can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now. 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 When everything is new and I am here with you, I can't slow down, no I won't slow down. When life becomes the lines, we're falling out of time. I gotta let go, yes I gotta let go. Can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now, can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now. 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 Can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now. Can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now. Can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now. Can you feel it happen? Music is so loud, it's so electric. You and me right now. You and me right now. You and me right now. You're with me right now. You're with me right now.
I definitely felt the electric from that video, and I hope you guys did too, because I think it's a hot single. Until next time, it's a wrap. I'm your host Stephanie, and make sure to tune in to juicyhighlights.com for the latest updates, and follow me as well on Instagram and Twitter at juicyhighlights.com. Bye.
It kills me real slow. Life at its worst. So much that it hurts. Open up, let you in. Don't wanna fall again. Original sin. Same story to win. Enemy in my eyes. Took me at hello. It's still in disguise. Gave up all control. I'm battered and worn. Love has me torn. You fought for my heart. You fought for my heart. In this war I conceded. I doubted you believed it. You're all that I needed. In this war of hearts. In this war I conceded. I doubted you believed it. You're all that I needed. In this war of hearts. Dust still in the wind. I can't see to the end. The path is unclear. Behind my veneer, a new line in the sand. Another battle to win. If you don't let me go, I might hurt you again. Enemy in my eyes took me at hello. You're still in disguise. We lost all control. I'm battered and worn. Our love has me torn. You fought for my heart. You fought for my heart. In this war